Star. Reaper can judge. I've never seen Blood judge in my life, but he can judge.
Who? Mismo?
Reaper.
Oh, Reaper, you here?
Blood is not in VC. He can judge. He can judge in spirit. It doesn't matter.
I don't think
Mismo is judging now.
Okay.
What?
Mismo,
This is a disgusting list.
The debate should be over in 20.
The debate should be over in 20. Okay, so if it goes over 20, are you down with conceding?
No, but we can do recording and he can finish. So I would like to start. We're doing
that doesn't matter.
C Lee versus C Neji, correct?
Sure. Junior exams, late junior exams. That's fine.
Okay. Do you have any? Yeah. Do you have any problems with Weightless Lee being above Sasuke?
Weightless Lee being above which version of Sasuke?
Let's say.
Why did you tell him being godly as if he was going to support him? Like, what the hell? Why is Lee above him again?
Can you wait, please? I'm trying to think
No.
of some shit. So I'm trying to think of some scaling.
I'm trying to think of some scaling. So I don't have to prolong the debate.
Like, bro, like, chill. Just be regular. Okay, bro. I'm trying
Your
to
name is Spur King. You crashed your car in a Discord debate.
Let's say. Yeah, he should just be above the Sasuke that he stated to be above.
Which Sasuke is he stated to be above?
The one in the training exams.
Is it like Gaara fight?
Yeah, that one.
Prove that.
Prove what?
Prove that he's above Gaara fight Sasuke.
Oh, you want the statement?
Yeah. Cook. Godly's is actually What does Panda do?
Game is Godly, you're such a meat muncher.
No, God, I've literally told Godly all of his lists suck before. What the hell? I already pressed Blood on his tier list.
Yeah, and we were laughing about it earlier. Yeah, I know.
Who is we?
Yo,
you have no friends. Scan. Oh my god, this looks as if you hand drew this. Oh my goodness.
He's about the same speed as Lee without his weights.
Well, his targets is like Lee's. Why does that mean he's weak?
You fucking African bitch.
Oh wow, I have ops. Anyway, why do you think that implies he's weaker?
No, I said Lee is faster.
Oh, why does that imply Lee's faster? I mean, that's what I meant.
Oh, because it's stated. Do you not?
I don't think that, bro. That statement just says they're around the same speed. That means Sasuke can be above, or Lee can. Like, you can't assert. Yeah, you can't assert Lee can be above.
What he says is he's about the same speed as Lee without his weights, right? That would imply that he is slower than Lee. Because if he was faster than Lee, he would state that, oh, he's faster than Lee without the weights. But the fact that he literally says he's about the same speed would imply there's a distinction between their speed, implying that he would be slower. Because we know that in Naruto, when
that's a shotgun.
I wasn't done. I wasn't finished. All right. And for one, we have clear evidence of this being the case, right? Because we literally know that when Lee fights against Gaara can't perceive Lee, but when he fights against
that, bro, D1, can I address this statement first before? Okay, I'm gonna address this statement, then you can go on with the Sasuke example. No, Komo, I'm gonna address this statement. Mismo, can you mute him? Thank you. Mismo, can you mute him? I need to respond to your refutation, of course. No, okay, no, Mismo, no, okay, no, that's no. Okay, go ahead. Finish.
No, Shinra, I already understand your argument towards the statement. My counter to that is that I have evidence of why Lee is faster, because you're trying to say that the scan could mean that Sasuke is above. But what I'm trying to tell you, that's not the case via the evidence. Do you want me to show you that?
Okay, D1, you already brought up a separate argument as to why Lee could be above, right? Which is separate from like all of these other instances you're trying to give. So I want to address that. Okay, you said that. Wait. Okay, you said that. Oh my God, if Sasuke was faster, they'd say he's faster, right? But since they say he's around the same speed, that implies that there's a distinction, which would apply to below. Okay, so you're dropping that. Okay, yeah, you're dropping that. Thank you.
Yeah, you can disregard that.
Yeah, sure.
I got you.
Okay.
Wait. Do you want to what's your argument
then? He's trying to say that the statement can mean that Sasuke is below. I mean, is above. It says about. But I'm saying we have clear evidence of that not being the case because we know that Lee can't be perceived, whereas Sasuke can be perceived, which would imply that Lee is faster.
Yeah, show me Lee not being perceived, and then show me Sasuke getting perceived.
Yeah, I got you. You see how Shinra debates against me? He has to rat and do this shit, but
show me the scans.
He debates against other people. He debates normal. If you guys didn't notice that about Shinra, he's been doing that since I first debated him.
Stop people pleasing. Stop people pleasing. Send the scan. Stop people pleasing. Send the scan. Stop people pleasing. Send the scan. People pleasing won't help you. Send the scan.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, pussy.
People pleasing and packing won't help you.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
Send the scan. Send the scan. Send the scan. Send the scan.
Shut up.
Are the scans there yet? Okay, Hitchens razor then.
What? That's not Hitchens razor.
Okay, you haven't provided any evidence yet.
Bro,
so I'm going to dismiss it till you do. Okay, go ahead. Send the scans. Go ahead. I'll talk how I want. What the hell? Who is Blood?
Say whatever, bitch, as long as you're not talking to me, fat neck bitch.
Hi, D1. I just spoke to you. What now?
Yeah, you're gay, that's why. Nice nigga.
Prove that.
The fact that you asked me to prove that means that you are. Like, what the hell?
That sounds like an unprovable button.
Yeah, you shown. It's okay. Ooh.
That's the zestiest thing I've ever heard. Why is he flexing? I'm gonna ban him soon if I keep seeing his hand in the top right of my screen. What the hell? Thank you.
Okay, so we see when he first takes off his weights right here in scans. Where's scans? That's scans 1. I'm gonna post it in scans 1. Right, he takes off his weights. Gaara looks back. Lee's in front of him. Gaara looks in front of him. Lee has disappeared. The exclamation point appeared. Like, where the fuck did he go? He doesn't know where he's at.
Okay. Now, my refutation to that would just be the whole reason that he doesn't know where Lee is isn't because of like Lee is just massively faster than him, right? To the level where he can't perceive it. It's more of an instance of, okay, Lee's basically just using feint attacks on him, right? Because we see Gaara perceives him in the top panel. Okay, he can see it. Bro, okay. Blood.
I thought you were good.
Okay, Mizmo, can you mute him while I'm giving my argument? Mizmo, can I mute him? Can you mute him? Mute him.
Oh, you can leave.
Is he?
Every time I debate,
it doesn't get simpler than this. I was mid-argument and he cut me off. It doesn't get simpler to moderate.
He's saying he's lost. He's saying he's leaving.
Okay, he can leave and concede. Okay, yeah, he can leave and concede. Go ahead. D1, leave the VC.
Be a counter to my argument. You're just bringing up some bullshit ass response.
I literally told you. Okay, D1, I don't care. Or D1. Okay, that's crazy. I'm gonna give my refutation. I don't need your 6-page monologue on why you won't debate me. You can tell that to people in your server. Anyway, right? We see Sasuke is able to keep up with Lee. In the top right or in the middle panel, right? We see that whenever Lee leaves his line of sight, Gaara is immediately able to tell where Lee is. Hence why he turns his head around, right? If he didn't know where Lee was going or couldn't track Lee's movements at all, he wouldn't be able to discern that Lee was going to come from behind him, which would imply, right, that he's able to keep up with Lee to some extent, right? So even though I agree that he's massively slower than Lee, I don't think there's any evidence that implies Lee's perception blitzing him. It's more like Lee doing a feint attack.
Yeah, show me Lee going behind. Show me Lee being behind Gaara.
It's in the panel, D1. It's in the bottom panel.
We never see Lee behind Gaara.
We see the blood, D1. That is literally just
we never see Lee. Okay, that could be Gaara blood. Why does that have to be Lee blood?
I never said blood, D1. I said a blur.
Said what?
Okay, I said a blur.
Lee. Okay, we don't see Lee. All we see is
D1.
Lee being in front of fucking Gara.
Yes, okay, D1. Even though that is what we see, I'm saying, right, that what the blur should most likely indicate, right, is what this is. What the blur should. Okay, can you mute him? Wait, can you mute him? Wait, can you mute him while I'm making the argument? Okay, thank you. In D1, when we're debating, right, we operate under what's most likely, right? Because obviously we can't prove things 100% of the time, right? So I'm saying, since we see that Lee leaves Gara's lines of sight, he leaves in front of him, right? Then there's a blur behind him. That's indicative. No, okay, bro, can you mute him? 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 Mismo, why did you even unmute him in the first place? Anyway,
okay,
right? Okay, so we see Lee leaves in front of him, right? Then there are blurs behind him. That literally just imply, right, that what was this is the motion that Lee is doing is that he's moving behind him. Then whenever Gara turns around to respond to that, right, Lee then comes back in front of him to take him off guard because Gara is currently looking in the opposite direction. That's what we call a feint, D1, right? So it isn't because of how massively, or it isn't because he's massively faster. So lock in.
Oh yeah, he's done. So he made a definitive claim and then he made a probable claim. So that's just contrary of one another, right? So that would just be a concession inherently. For 2, he can't prove that Lee actually went behind Gara. He said there's a possibility that he was. My argument is actually backed up with good evidence. It's literally shown that Lee is being in front of him. So whatever he's saying is just bullshit, right? Secondly, right, you made a prima facie argument, right? That doesn't denotate to the fact that the argument is actually contrary to what you're saying. It's actually oxymoron. For one, like I stated before, this actually denotates to the fact of a linear equation. So, what do you have to say about that?
Okay, can you mute Misma? Can you mute him while I'm saying Misma? Can you mute him while I make the counter argument?
If he talks.
Okay, thank you. So first he said that I made a certain claim. No, D1, I didn't make a certain claim. I just said that since what we see is that Lee leaves in front of him, right, then we also know that their motion lies behind him. Therefore, the most likely thing that we can say is that those motion lines are Lee. Whenever I say those motion lines are Lee, I'm not saying that with 100% certainty. I'm saying that because it's most likely, right? So I'm not changing what I'm saying. Then you said something about prima facie or something like that, right? I'd like to ask you to, 1, give me a definition for the thing you're saying, right, and 2, give me a reason as to why that be a concession. Because even though what we see, right, is Lee in front of him, I've already explained why we see that. So you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, so Misma, he didn't give a counter to that. He's just saying that it's likely that that's Lee. That doesn't actually prove that that's Lee when we can actually see Lee being in front of him once again. So we can move on. Second,
yeah, we can move on.
We can move on. Before, this proves that Lee is above Sasuke. Since Lee's above Sasuke, we know that Sasuke is above Neji.
Well, why does that prove Lee's above Sasuke?
Yeah, the statement. And him showing that Gara can...
You already draw... Okay, no, D1. Okay, go ahead.
But he can perceive Sasuke.
Okay. 1, that's presupposing you won the last point. 2, you said the statement would dictate. You said the statement would dictate that your evidence was this specific feat, right? If you lose this feat, then you can't. At the same time, you can't prove that it also. Wait. Can you mute him? Can you mute him while I'm speaking? Mismo, can you mute? Okay, thank you. So if you lose this feat, right, then you can no longer prove that Gara is a percent, or what to say is that you can no longer prove that like Lee scales above Sasuke off of this, right? Then I'd also like to like you to give me an instance of Gara actually reacting to the full power Sasuke. Go ahead.
Yeah, Sasuke does the same thing Lee does, but Gara can perceive it. But
show me that.
Yeah, I got you.
You gotta read up on your logic, by the way. How do you not know what a prima facie is?
Bro, I'm too busy trying to defeat trigonometry, okay? Lock in.
Because he's actually retarded, if you didn't know. Like,
oh my god. Don't worry. I apologize that I do not know what a prima facie is. Please don't crash your car into my house. Please.
That was not funny.
The Discord debate isn't that important. Chill.
So we see
Let me
Gaara
bully
makes a
Town a
direct
little bit.
comparison. We see Gaara makes that direct comparison between Sasuke and Lee, because he's doing the same taijutsu as Lee. But in this instance, he literally turns and he can literally perceive Sasuke about to attack him. Right?
What's his name?
But when Lee does this thing, he can't perceive it, and they're doing.
Give me
the
a
same
second.
move,
That's
so.
wait. Give me a second. I'm just gonna find what chapter that is. That's like around 111.
It'll be 111.
You got blitzed. You got blitzed.
Kill yourself.
Haha. Finally, I outpaced this individual. Let me see when he gets punched in the face. Yeah, immediately right after this, Sasuke gets faster.
Go ahead and prove that.
Sure, I'll show you. Okay. So D1, question before we like continue. You're fine with like Lee most of the time being in his weighted form, right?
Can you prove the burden that I set upon you?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll just send you the scan first. Also, I'll send you the scan first, and then I'll just give my reasoning after, right? So before this, right? Before like he does. Wait. Okay. Wait. Can I wait? Can you mute him?
Yeah.
Wait, Mismo. Thank you. Anyway, right. So in the first in the scan you sent, I should say, right, we see he's compared to Lee's average speed, right? To actually know what Lee's average speed would be, right, we have to know what form Lee is usually in, and the form Lee is usually in, right, the form Lee is usually in is in his weighted form, right? So what? And they go from comparing him to Lee's average speed to Lee's weightless speed, right? Which would imply that Sasuke is constantly getting faster, right? Then right, you're arguing that Gaara perceives Sasuke and all of that stuff, right? I don't think I don't think he even perceives Sasuke in that instance. I don't think there's anything that implies he sees Sasuke. It's more of an instance of Lee Gaara is confused as to where Sasuke is gone since he's just left his line of sight. He's looking left and right. Then Sasuke comes in front of him, then kicks him in the chest. So it isn't him looking at Sasuke. But yeah, you can refute that now.
Yeah, so as Sasuke want to go into attack him, he's able to perceive him. That's my whole argument, right? As long as he's able to perceive Sasuke at the point of attack, right? That's
Privy perceives him.
Lee, like there's no time where Lee attacks him that Gaara's able to perceive him.
Okay, Privy perceives him. Also, prove that too.
I'll zoom in for you, and that's
prove that too. Prove that too. No, prove that like Gaara. Okay,
I'll
go ahead.
zoom in right here, Mismo. This is what I'm talking about right here. He looks directly at Sasuke running towards him, right? And then when Sasuke comes in front of him and kicks him, he's looking directly at Sasuke in front of his face. So it just proves my point. Are you ready to move on now?
No. Anyway, right? My refutation to that. Wait, okay. No, can you mute him? Okay. My refutation to the first thing you said about about how he's looking at Sasuke. I've already given my interpretation to us that he leaves Sasuke's line of sight. So because Gaara is confused, he begins to look right and left to find out where Sasuke is. That doesn't necessarily mean he's actually physically keeping up with Sasuke, right? Then wait, why is he blood not muted?
Hold on. Wait.
No, because they're
mute blood.
You have to tell me when he's done.
Thank you. I like that boy. I don't like you. That's why. Anyway, right? And then you said that he's looking right at Sasuke when he kicks him. No, he isn't looking right at Sasuke. Sasuke actually just runs into where he's facing, right, and then kicks him in the chest. So he isn't keeping up with Lee, right? Well, he isn't keeping up with Sasuke's speed. He's just able to feel that he got kicked by Sasuke. Nothing implies that he's keeping up with him. He's keeping up with Sasuke's speed. I'm gonna leave it like that.
Yeah, he does the same thing. He does the same thing with Lee does the same thing to Gaara. Gaara doesn't know where Lee's at. Lee leaves Gaara's line of vision.
Wait, prove that.
Looking around for Lee, and then he still can't perceive him. So he does.
Okay, okay, wait.
So can we move on?
No, I'm gonna address that. Then we can move on. That whole statement will just.
Shinra, I need to go in literally like 2 minutes. You guys need to wrap up this point.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Okay. for your statement to work or for your claim to work, right, you'd have to be presupposing that what's it says, Gara would have no idea where what's it says, where's Lee has gone, right, for that statement to work. So if he doesn't know what's it says, so if he could have known where Lee is gone, right, what's it says, that doesn't contradict my statement, because we in fact see that whenever Lee leaves his line of sight, he's able to completely track Lee's speed and look behind him, so he does know where Lee's going. So that argument is just contradicted by what we see in the show, D1, right? So stop acting and concede the point. Concede.
Is he done?
Yes.
So
I'm done.
exclamation point. The same thing. How the exclamation point on the scan with Sasuke. He doesn't know what's going on. The same thing. How the exclamation point appear on Gaara with Lee is the same thing. They're doing the same taijutsu. They're doing the same movements. Gaara doesn't know where Lee is. He leaves his line of vision. He looks backwards to find out where Lee is, and then Lee appears in front of him, and Gaara never perceives. The only thing with Sasuke is that he's slower, so Gaara gets a time to perceive him, even though he leaves his line of vision. The arguments apply the same here. I'm using the same logic you're using to apply to this method, and it's the same thing. If you're going to say that, and this is not the case, but in the other scan it is the case, that is a contradiction. So you cannot use that argument, right? Do you know what prop logic is? Do you know what a biconditional statement is? I gotta teach you basic prop logic, Shinra, because you're fucking ass.
Biconditionally show me 5 girls you've talked to today.
And my arguments actually logically follow, right? You need to study up some prop logic and learn how arguments and propositions are actually followed, right? And prove why your argument is in this possible world, okay? You need to go study up, okay? You lack the basic reasoning and logic and functioning, right? So once again, he's applying that same method, saying he leaves it. I just applied that same argument towards that scan as well, via the context, the exclamation points, right? And it just proves that he can't be perceived. I don't understand why this point is even being argued in the first place about somebody being perceived.
I said, right hook, creep, walking with that eater.
That is just Shinra ratting because he knows he sucks. But anyway, yeah, follow up. That's basically it. He just said the same shit.
Anyway, right? You said that the expert. Okay.
Somebody else. Okay. Like I have to go right now.
Okay. Someone else can judge in VC. Frosty can judge forever.
No.
Okay.
It's okay, Shinra. You lost the.
You said no. You said you'd be left to recording, so I'm just gonna no.
You can keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna refute your argument, and then we can move. We can conclude. Basically, you said that the exclamation mark through both of the scans. One, I don't think those exclamation marks are from Gaara. We literally see that on Lee's face. Is Lee reacting to how fast Sasuke's gotten, and blood left the VC. So that's another concession. So that's the third one he's done to me this week. That's crazy. And I'm offside. Never mind. But yeah.
In a W.
That's the third concession D1's given me this week. Collecting this like D1 collects rape allegations. Anyway. But yeah, Justine, what were you saying about D1 being...
Nah, you gotta run that back. You can't just say...
Wait, what were you saying? Wait, Shinra.
So it was... You said that, you think the rumors of me beating D1 are false or something like that.
No, I said I hope... Yeah,
Justine, what the fuck?
I said I hope
Okay, were you listening? Okay, were you listening to the debate?
No, I can't lie, I was not.
Blah, I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
Oh.
Go! Oh my goodness. But yeah, 3-time Shinra victim now.